Hey guys, TCIncLeader here, and today you are going to learn how to do Barrows. For anyone who hasn't done Barrows, Barrows is a mini game where you have to fight 6 bosses and then kill a few more creatures, solve an easy puzzle, and then get loot out of it. Not only is it fast, it's very profitable. You can earn up to anywhere from 1 mil to 20 mil in just a few hours. In this guide, you'll be doing Barrows with Ancients, Ice Burst specifically, actually, because Ice Burst is not only cheap, it's also effective. Now, the reason we won't be using Ice Burst, Ice Blitz, or Ice Barrage, or even the first Ice Spell, which I can't remember at this point, Ice Burst, you do get Death and Chaos runes from Barrows, so you will be refilled on runes sometimes. Ice Blitz requires Blood runes, which can be very, very expensive, while Ice Burst is very cheap. Not only is Ice Burst very similar to Ice Blitz, it's multi-targeted, which somewhat helps here, but not really. Ice Burst, though, is a little weaker than Ice Blitz, but what Ice Burst lacks, it makes up for in price. This will be your armor setup for most of Barrows. Mystic, Infinity, Rims, etc. A water bottle staff, either a book or some kind of spirit shield, a glory for mage bonus, and a ring of life, ring of wealth, or no ring of all. Also use an obsidian cape or a skill cape. Okay, this will be our inventory for Barrows. First off, you need a melee weapon, black d'hide body, black d'hide chaps, and you can do anything here. You can do dragon boots, climbing boots, or combat bracelet, pretty much anything that gives you a strength bonus because of a rims. These will be your potions. For going to Barrows, I suggest you have 1 to 2 prayer pots, along with a Ceradomin brew and a super restore, also a superset, followed up by 1 magic potion. These are all doses of 4s, which are very helpful. Okay, next up comes food. Food and runes and a spade, sorry. First off, you want your runes. Now you can have these anywhere in your inventory, but make sure they're death, chaos, blood, and law runes. I suggest moving these down to the bottom right corner, or something that you feel comfortable with having your runes at. I usually just put mine in the bottom right corner because it's easier. Then a spade. And last but not least, fill your whole inventory up with food. And I want to show you a little tip for all of you who do the Mort Meyer method. That's not my familiar. Take a familiar and fill it up with about 4 food. And then you'll be on your way. Okay, now there are a few ways to get to Barrows, which is right here. And these are all suggested methods. The number 1 and fastest way to get to Barrows would be to take the Berg de Rot bank, head up through Berg de Rot, head over to Morton, head straight into Barrows. That's the number 1 suggested way to get to Barrows. Now these are some other, probably more, I guess, complex ways to get to Barrows. First off, you're going to bank at Canifis. And you can run down to this gate and run straight down this area, go through this edge of trees, go through the hollows. Once you take the boat at the hollows, you'll end up here, and you just run up and you're at Barrows. Another way to get to Barrows is take the ferry ring located right here and head straight down to the hollows, take the boat to right here and end up in Barrows. The last way I suggest would be getting to Barrows would be taking the bank, running here, and run straight down through the swamp. Keep going till you arrive here. Go around that, hit here, follow this trail through, blah blah blah. You just keep going on this trail till you end up in Morton, then you run straight down into Barrows. And here's the method you will take around Barrows, starting with Barrows, which is right here. You will go in, kill Barrows first. Make sure to melee prey on him. You will head over to Guthans, and you will kill Guthans, and you will not use any type of prey on him at all. Then you will head over to Carol's, and you will kill him. Next, you'll head over to a Rims. Make sure you switch to your D-hide and your melee weapon here, and you will kill a Rims. Also make sure to mage prey on a Rims and range prey on Carol's. Next, you'll head over to Torags, which is right here, and not melee prey on him either. And last but not least, you'll head to Barrows, and you won't melee prey on him either. Okay, these are the bosses for Barrows. Make sure you follow each of this correctly. Darok, Guthans, Torags, and Barrows are all the same combat level 115 with 1,000 life points. Their style is aggressive, and each of them have the weakness of magic. Only Darok is the only one you would be preying on unless you run into the rest of them in the tunnel. Guthan has a different weakness. It's magic plus stab. You don't want to prey anything on him. Carol is combat level 98, has 1,000 life points, his style is aggressive, and his weakness is slash and ice spells. Make sure you prey range, because he will fuck you up the butt if you don't prey range. Arim, his combat level is 98, but his life points are 1,050, so you have to do 50 extra damage. His style is aggressive, his weakness is ranged, and you want to prey mage, otherwise he will also fuck you in the butt. Torag, his weakness is magic, you want to pray nothing, and Verox, his weakness is also magic. First off, before I continue any further, I want to thank RuneWiki for providing these pictures. Anyway, so as you can see here, this is a diagram of the Barrows Maze Tunnel, and it's not always the same, but it's usually. First off, the green, of course, is a safe spot. These are open doors. What the goal is to make it to the middle. Now, you gotta keep in mind that not all of this is the same every single time. This is just dropping into Verox. Anyway, there are puzzles on each of the blue doors shown here, and then the chest is straight in the middle. Usually, if you've not fought in the last Barrows brother in the tunnels, sorry about that. Anyway, if you've not fought in the last Barrows brothers within the tunnels, you will fight him at the chest. Again, I want to thank RuneWiki for providing these pictures. And these are each of the puzzles that are outside of each of the chest doors. To do each of these, you will have, to get to the chest, you will have to do these puzzles. They're fairly simple, and they're fairly easy. but you might get confused.
Tonight I'm so alone, this sorrow takes a hold. Don't leave me so cold. Your touch used to be so kind, your touch used to give me life. I've waited all this time, I've wasted so much time. Don't leave me alone, 'cause I barely see it all. Don't leave me alone. I'm falling in the black, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths. Can I ever go back? Dreaming of the way it used to be. Can you hear me? Falling in the black, slipping through the cracks, falling to the depths. Can I ever go back? Falling inside the black, falling inside the black. You are my source of strength,